Hello friends, welcome back to a new video that is MCQs on developmental biology, and this is the part 5 of the series of videos on developmental biology. So the first question of this video, that is question number 81. So fertilization in which male gametes are carried by pollen tube is called option A calenzogamy, or option B porogamy, option C synphonogamy, or option D syngamy. And the right one is option C, that is symphonogamy. So the fertilization in which male gametes are carried by pollen tubes is called symphonogamy. Okay, so let's move on to question number 82. That is, pollen tube enters the ovule through the ingredients integuments. So the process is called option A porogamy, option B mesogamy, option C calenzogamy, or option D pseudogamy. So the right answer is option B, that is mesogamy. So pollen tubes enters the ovule through the integuments is called known as mesogamy. So here we will see, after pollination, the pollen tube enter the ovule by the stele. So when the pollen tubes enter through the integuments, it is called mesogamy. So the integument is the protective envelope of the ovule. It can be found in all cucurbit plants, including bitter gourd. Okay, so here mesogamy is so let's move on to question number 83. That is, coconut has option A nuclear endosperm, option B cellular endosperm, option C, that is both cellular and nuclear endosperm, or option D, that is albuminous. And the right one is option C, that is both cellular and nuclear endosperms. So coconut has both cellular and nuclear endosperms. Okay, and here endosperm is a tissue that surrounds and nourishes the embryo in the seeds of flowering plants. So it is produced after double fertilization and is usually triploid in most species. Okay, so the next question is question number 84. So in a fertilized ovule, N, 2N and 3N conditions occur respectively in option A antipodals, egg and endosperm respectively, or option B, that is first N is egg, 2N is nucleus, or endosperm is 3N, or option C, where endosperm is N, nucleus is 2N, egg is 3N, or option D, antipodal is N, synergids is 2N, and integuments is 3N. So the right answer is option B, that is egg is N, nucleus is 2N, and endosperm is 3N. So this one is the right one about the fertilized ovule. Next question is question number 85, that is the male gamete is X and egg is 3X. So the ploidy level in embryo and endosperm will be option A 4X in embryo and 4X in endosperm, option B 4X in embryo and 7X in endosperm, option C 4X in embryo and 6X in endosperm, or option D 6X in embryo and 12X in endosperm. So the right one is option B, that is 4X in embryo and 7X in endosperm. So the male gamete is X and egg is 3X. So the ploidy level in embryo and endosperm will be 4X in embryo and 7X in endosperm. So here we will see the calculation. So ploidy means the number of complete sets of chromosomes in a cell, and embryo is the ploidy of the embryo means the ploidy of the embryo is X, 3X, 4X. So the embryo is termed by the fusion of the male gamete with the egg. So endosperm is the ploidy of the endosperm is X, 6X, 7X. So the endosperm is formed by the fusion of the male gamete with the polar nuclei. So the polar nuclei are part of the embryo sac and have a ploidy double of the egg. Okay. So this is the main explanation, and let's move on to question number 86, that is how many meiosis are required to produce 50 seeds of tobacco, and the options are option A 62, option B 62.5, option C 63, option D 50. And the right one is C, that is 63. So how many meiosis are required to produce 50 seeds of tobacco? That is 63. And here we will see the calculation. So to produce 50 zygotes or seeds, number of meiotic division are to be considered. So we need 50 male and 50 female gametes. Okay. So 12.5 meiotic divisions of male sex cells produce 50 male gametes, that is 12.5 into 4 equals to 50. But 12.5 meiotic divisions of female sex cells will produce only 12.5 gametes. So 50 meiotic divisions of female sex cells will be required to produce 50 female gametes. Hence, the total number of meiotic divisions required to form 50 seeds is 12.5 meiotic divisions in male sex cells plus 50 meiotic division in female sex cells equals to 62.5 divisions, that is around 63 divisions. Okay, so this is the calculation. So let's move on to question number 87, that is the chromosome number in gynecium of hexaploid weight is 42. Then the number of endosperm and egg cell will be option A 21 and 7 respectively, option B 126 and 21 respectively, option C 63 and 21 respectively, or option D 63 in each. And the right one is option C, that is 63 and 21 respectively. So the chromosome number in gynecium of hexaploid wheat is 42. Then the number of endosperm and egg cell will be 63. Endosperm will be 63 and egg cell will be 21, because egg cell is N, that's why it is 21, and hexaploid, that is the 2N, and endosperm is 3N, that was endosperm is 63. Okay, so here we will see the somatic cell are hexaploid with 6 sets of chromosome. So that is 2n equals to 42, while the gametes are haploid, that is n equals to 21, and endosperm is triploid, that is 3n, while the egg cells is haploid n. So the number of chromosome in endosperm and egg cell will be 63 for endosperm and 21 for egg cells. Okay. So the next question is question number 88, that is perisperm is seen in the members of the family, that is Cucurbitaceae, option A, that is option B, that is Piperaceae, option C Gramineaceae, option D Orchidaceae. And the right answer is option B, that is Piperaceae. So perisperm is seen in the member of the family Piperaceae. So what is perisperm? So here we will see perisperm is a layer of nutritive tissue that surrounds the embryo in certain seeds. It's derived from the nucleus of the ovule. So perisperm is found in the seeds of some flowering plants. Here this one is the perisperm, which is a nutritive tissue. Okay, so the next one is question number 89. It is in angiosperm, normally after fertilization, option A, the zygote divides earlier than the primary endosperm nucleus. Option B, the primary endosperm nucleus divides earlier than the zygote. Option C, both the zygote and primary endosperm nuclei divide simultaneously. Or option D, both the zygote and primary endosperm nuclei undergo a resting period. So the right answer is option B, that is the primary endosperm nucleus divides earlier than the zygote. So in angiosperm, normally after fertilization, the primary endosperm nucleus divides earlier than the zygote. Okay. And the question number 90, that is in wheat and rice. Option A, pericarp is fused with seed coat. Option B, perisperm is fused with seed coat. Option C, seed coat and pericarp are separated. Or option D, fruit are multiseeded. And the right one is option A, that is pericarp is fused with seed coat. So in wheat and rice, pericarp is fused with seed coat. Okay. So let's move on to question number 91. That is the class of seeds which must maintain a relatively high moisture content in order to remain viable are known as option A, orthodox seeds, option B, recalcitrant seeds, option C, labyrinth seed, or option D, that is X albuminous seeds. And the right one is option B, that is recalcitrant seeds. So the class of seeds which must maintain a relatively high moisture content in order to remain viable are recalcitrant seeds. And here we will see the recalcitrant seeds are seeds that cannot be stored by freezing or drying. They cannot tolerate desiccation and as usually germinate and establish quickly. So some plants that produce recalcitrant seeds include avocado, coffee, mango, etc. Okay. So the next question is question number 92. It is which one of the following statement is not correct regarding vivipary? Vivipary. That is option A, that is seeds germinate within the fruit while still attached to the mother plant. Option B, it as usually occur under highly saline conditions. Option C, it occurs in the mangrove plants. Or option D, it involves a dormancy period for the seed. So the right answer is option D, that is it involves a dormancy period for the seed. So which of the following statement is not correct regarding vivipary? That is, it involved a dormancy period for the seed, which is not wrong. So vivipary is a natural phenomenon that occur when seeds germinate while still attached to the fruit. It is also known as precocious or premature germination. So the next is question number 93. The scutellum in a grass embryo is equivalent of which organ in the embryo of other monocots? And the options are option A, cotyledon, option B, epicotyle, option C, plamular leaf, option D, radicle. And the right one is option A, that is cotyledon. So the scutellum in the grass embryo is equivalent of cotyledon organ in the embryo of other monocots. So the scutellum is thought to be a modified cotyledon or seed leaf. In grasses, this seed leaf never develop into a green structure but serves only to digest endosperm and transfer nutrient to the rest of the embryo. Okay. Next one is question number 94, that is which of the following cells divide to form two unequal cells, and the options are option A, microspore mother cell, option B, microspore, option C, megaspore mother cell, or option D, megaspore. And the right one is option B, that is microspore. So the microspore, which are the cells, divide to form two unequal cells. Okay, so a microspore is a small haploid spore produced by sporophytes. So microspores develop into male gametophyte which produce sperm cells. The sperm cells fertilize egg cells to form a zygote. Okay. Next question is question number 95, that is in vivipary type of seed germination the seeds undergo option A 12 month of resting period, option B 6 month of resting period, option C 3 months of resting period, or option D no resting period. And the right answer is option D, that is no resting period. Okay, next one is question number 96. So, with reference to GMAs, consider the following embryonic tissues. Option A, pericarp. Option 2, endosperm. Option 3, that is aileron. So, which of these structure is or are triploid? And the options are option A, 1, 2, 3, all. Option B, 2 only. Option C, 1 and 3. And option D, 2 and 3 is triploid. So which structure among these is triploid? And the right answer is option D, that is 2 and 3, that is endosperm and aileron is the triploid structure. Okay, next is, here you can see this is the aileron structure, this is the embryo, this is the starchy endosperm. Okay, this portion is the endosperm. So the next question is 97, that is apomixis is a type of reproduction in plants in which option A, fertilization does not take place, option B, male nucleus takes part in fertilization, option C, embryo formation does not take place, or option D, that is generative nucleus takes part in fertilization. And the right one is option A, that is fertilization does not take place. So apomixis is a type of reproduction in plants in which fertilization does not take place. Okay. Next one is question number 98, that is which one of the following pairs is not correctly matched? And the options are option A, inbreeding depression is matched with homozygosity, option B, hybrid vigor is matched with heterozygosity, option C, apogamy is mixed with fertilization, and option D, male sterility is matched with cross pollination. And the right answer is option C, that is apogamy is matched with fertilization, that is not correctly matched. So here we will see apogamy is a type of asexual reproduction in plants where an embryo develops without fertilization. In apogamy, the embryo essentially comes from an egg cells in the female gametophyte without needing to fuse with male gametes or sperms. Okay. So let's move on to question number 99, that is terminator seeds produced by seed companies using techniques of genetic engineering are in fact option A, hybrid seeds which germinate in the farmer's field but do not produce seeds in the next generation, option B, hybrid seeds which gives a very high yield, option C, that is seeds which germinate and produce incompatible gametes, or option D, that is seeds that develop into fertile plants which produce non-germinable seeds. And the right answer is option D, that is seeds that developed into fertile plants which produce non-germinable seeds. So terminator seeds produced by seed companies using techniques of genetic engineering are in fact seeds that developed into fertile plants which produce non-germinable seeds. Okay, so let's move on to the last question of this video, that is the folding of sheets of cells, the migration of cells and cell death are all mechanism of option A, cleavage division, option B, pattern formation, option C, morphogenesis, or option D, differentiation. And the right one is option C, that is morphogenesis. So the folding of sheets of cells, the migration of cells and cell death are all mechanism of morphogenesis. So here morphogenesis is the process by which cell in a developing embryo move and organize to form structure. This process involves cell division, cell shape, cell movement, cell growth and cell death. Okay, so this is all about morphogenesis. So these are all 20 questions of this part 5 video on this developmental biology. Okay, so thank you for watching this video.